guys. Welcome to the Lifestyle Dropbox. Here we're going to discuss all the fears, fetishes, and fantasies of the swinger and BDSM lifestyles. You can find right now Lifestyle Dropbox on Instagram at Lifestyle Dropbox, and also you can find the podcast on Lifestyle Dropbox _ podcast at Instagram, and also at Lifestyle Dropbox at YouTube. Okay, all right, let's jump right into it, guys. I just wanted to do a quick introduction about myself and how I came across the lifestyle and what my plans and intentions are for this particular journey that we are on. I want to go into detail. One, my name is Taz, also known as Kween Kocktra. I am a sensual dom. We'll go into that dominance and submission and things of that nature as the episodes go on. In the meantime, I just wanted to let you know that I've been in the lifestyle going on 5 years. I am in here full time, 24/7, 365. So I'm not leaving anytime soon, guys. I am growing old here. I put myself in the thick of it just so I can explore with you guys and really get the good, the bad, and the ugly of the lifestyle. So I want you guys to understand that I am also exploring with you. I am not here to leave you guys. It's a safe space for you and myself. Again, I expect the lifestylers to uphold their integrity and treat each other with respect, and also have an open mind to all of the topics and the discussions that we're going to have. The purpose of the Lifestyle Dropbox, if you don't know what it is by now, the Lifestyle Dropbox is pretty simple. It's just the overload. As we travel through the lifestyle and time goes on and we explore together and explore different branches, poly and other things, so on and so forth, we're just going to go ahead and drop it into one box. So my thing is just to have an abundance of different branches of the lifestyle and see where it goes and have my people follow me. I just want you to repeat again, this is a safe space. Please check me just like I'm going to check you. I'm going to rip the band-aids off. We're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. I'm going to give you my personality here on the podcast as if I would at, my events or anywhere else. I lead with love, I lead with knowledge, and I lead with experience. So you guys are welcomed here to express yourself. All opinions are welcomed, but not all opinions are valued. And I'm going to tell you that now. We are only here to dig for the truth, respect the truth, and hold each other accountable. And that's it. So guys, I do have a special guest here. They are behind cameras, and their purpose today is to dissect some more information out of me to just kind of help the conversation flow a little bit, just in case I missed anything. It is the very first episode, so I just want to let you guys know, we're here, we're starting brand new. There's going to be a couple of bumps in the road, but we'll get it. We'll get it right along the way. So, Wonder Woman, thank you for joining me. She is a wonderful friend of mine in the lifestyle that I also met in the very, very beginning. She is someone that leads the way in my lifestyle experience. I learn a lot from her. And honestly, I'm looking to, grow up and be just like her. So please, welcome.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. That was an awesome introduction. Again, I am Wonder Woman, aka Queen Diana Prince, just here to help her along with her podcast and introduce you guys to the lifestyle. Speaking of which, lifestyle, what exactly does that mean?
Well, you have to be more specific. For me, I cater to the swinger and the BDSM lifestyle. The BDSM lifestyle, bondage, submission, dominance, and masochist. We'll go into more terminology again as the episodes go on. Today, we're just going to go ahead and just do a brief introduction and just let the audience know what the foundation is. The swinger lifestyle is more prominent in my life at the moment because that's where I originally started. That is the foundation. For me, the swinger lifestyle is really getting to know like-minded individuals, exploring different partners, different boundaries, different sexualities, just different dynamics of people's relationships, single, poly, marriage, the whole nine. So the swinger lifestyle for me is really just having a not only just a sexual connection, but just being with like-minded people, a community, so that's what swinging for me is in the lifestyle. And just like I said, being with like-minded individuals who are here to also explore and open up and just really see who they are and who they want to become. And um yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so your intent is to lead and guide people throughout their lifestyle experience and journeys.
Absolutely. I'm here in the thick of it. I'm here to not necessarily either way, but let people know that they're not alone. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm in the lifestyle as well as a host and a player. Um, so I have the opportunity to experience both sides of the operations and the lifestyle, which is amazing for me. Um, yeah.
Okay. And you absolutely are the hostess with the mostest. So
Thank
how
you.
long have you been in the lifestyle?
I've been in the lifestyle going on 5 years. I was brought in with someone, had a great time, learned a lot, the whole nine. Then that was, came to an end. And now I'm here in the lifestyle as a single lady, as a Dom, and I'm loving it. I'm exploring it. Yeah, it's again two different experiences. For me, being in a partnership gives me more protection, I would say. The dynamics change, you get approached a little bit differently. As far as a single lady, of course, is a little bit more empowerment. You get to see by yourself, the difference on how you get approached versus, being a couple. Um, yeah, for me, I enjoy being a single lady in a dominant lifestyle. I think I found my way. I found, who I am, who I want to be, and who, the things that I would like to explore without someone um, influencing that or contaminating that in any type of way or having to worry about someone else's boundaries or how they feel or whatever else. It's just really pure blown freedom at this point, and I'm loving it.
I get
I'm
that.
loving it.
She like McDonald's. I'm loving it.
That's right.
You mentioned that there were going to be different terminology in the lifestyle, and we're going to cover that in other episodes. Um, but you also mentioned how it's very different in the lifestyle with a partner than being single. Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, so like I'll reiterate that it's just a different type of power that you hold. As a couple, I did feel more protected, first and foremost. You can come home, you can pillow talk with someone. It's just really a different type of vibe. And it really is to each his own because not every partnership is the same. So I was lucky enough to have a partner that we can communicate and, express what we like and what we didn't like and kind of navigate from there. Again, being a single lady, I don't have to worry about those types of logistics. I am in the lifestyle as a strong, dominant woman. I'm not saying that I can't protect myself, big difference, but I am mature enough and secure enough and protect enough to protect myself. I do inside of my events or anywhere else. I do what needs to be done to protect, my safety. But other than that, I think the biggest difference is just really having that freedom to explore and get to know other people, like I said, without the influence or the contamination of certain things. You really just don't have to worry about that part.
Right. And the lifestyle is very different in that aspect, in that you can come inside of an environment and be yourself and be safe in a safe space, whereas you don't have to worry about folks talking about you behind your back. Um, so you mentioned you became a dominant or a dom when you got into lifestyle. How did you get into that? What made you want to do that?
For me, I believe it started when I went to my first BDSM party. Um, that was interesting, seeing the flogging and, other things that go on. I don't want to give too much detail and keep that, discreet. Um, I really think that it started with individual hosting and meetups and hot dates and things of that nature, and just really meeting other couples and singles who are into that type of lifestyle. And then over time, it just kind of, if it's something that you're into, you kind of just keep going and want to keep exploring. And I fell in love with the paddles and the bondage and I'm into pegging. I'm into a lot. I'm into, I'm really into just mainly bondage and submission. I'm not really into masochist, which is pain. I'm a sensual dom, so I'm not here to inflict pain or, cause any bruising or anything like that. That's not my thing. I'm very soft. I'm very sensual. I'm very welcoming. I'm more like a mother figure type of vibe. I'm gonna let you be free. I'm gonna let you rip and run, but when you're out of line, I'll pop you. Um, Other than that, the BDSM lifestyle, I'm still exploring right now. I am the strap queen. That's something that I love to do. I do have my subs and slaves who are into bondage and a few other things. But right now, I kind of just stay in my lane. I'm still exploring again. And I reiterate that to, my whole entire community. I am here to explore with you. Please do not get, misconstrued over social media. I'm not the internet lifestyles God. I'm not that. If you're looking for someone to give you the answers, that's not it. This is a place where you need to explore. You need to ask yourself questions. You need to throw yourself into environments that you may be uncomfortable with to see, how you feel about certain situations. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm here, to hold your hand and walk with you as a friend and, rip that band-aid off and kind of just help you jump off the bridge just a little bit, but we're not going splat. Okay, we're not doing that. We got bungee cords. We're gonna bounce right back up. We're not gonna hit the ground. Okay, but if we hit the ground, we're gonna hit the ground running. But yeah, at the end of the day, the BDSM lifestyle is something that I am just really into the pegging right now and just the bondage and the submission. So the dominance, I am like I said, a dom. I'm a sensual dom. I'm not a femdom, which is a dominant female, just in general, just in life. I could be considered a femdom, but my attitude does not carry that. I lead through love, not dominance. It's not that's a femdom. It's more like it's about you. You know what I mean? So I'm not that type of woman. I'm not walking around. I'm not arrogant. I'm not prideful. I don't have an ego in the way. That's not my thing, and that's also what I'm in the lifestyle for, to help people remove those types of, you know, characteristics that block them from actually exploring the lifestyle in its entirety. A lot of people are getting half-ass experiences because they are not fully exploring the way that they need to. So, like I said, I'm here just to kind of hold people's hands, have some fun, explore, take our time. There's some things I'm going to push you over the edge. There's some things I may not. But hey, that's just me as, being a lifestyle host, being a swinger, being a dom. In here to really get a result. So at the end of the day, I hope that I'm able to at least help a few people along the way who have been a little bit fearful of, the fetishes and the fantasies.
I get that.
Yeah.
Um, when it comes to, oh, here's a question. How did you label yourself, or what made you want to be branded as the Strap Queen?
Well, I'm Queen Kocktra, Queen Dingaling, if you want to call me that. It's just something that I really fell in love with. I had an experience one time, and honestly, I never stopped from there. It's something that I get off of. Okay, I get off. It is that is my realm that you just don't want to play with me in. I'm very serious about pleasing men. I love men. I absolutely love men, especially men who love to be pegged, or just men in general who are really open minded. Not saying you got to be out there all flamboyant in the street. Definitely not speaking of that. But I do like a man who is open behind closed doors, you know. Um, yeah, it's nothing that we can't do, baby. So, yeah, that answers your question. How did I become the pegging queen? I dipped in the man pond one time, and there you go. I've been dipping in ever since. Next.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing.
No shame in my game. I am, what they call it, ain't too proud to peg, okay?
I know that's
and they
right.
be begging for a pegging, so I'm not really beat. Go ahead.
Love that slogan. Begging for a pegging.
Mhm.
First episode.
Is it too much?
I'm sorry. Okay, Queen Diana Prince, how about we get some questions out here? Yeah, she fucked my head up with that one.
Good. But listen, while I got Wonder Woman stumped, you know, I didn't want to necessarily, you know, put it out there like that. But it is what it is. And we're gonna go into more details and in topics with pegging and things of that nature, because I know it's so many faces that just kind of squirmed and no. But you know what? We're gonna go later on in the future, you know, about the details and the ins and outs and you know what society expects of men and what, you know, things of that nature, things that we could talk about. So we're going to go ahead and leave that discussion for another day. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and continue with Wonder Woman and her wonderful questions.
So, Queen Kocktra, how would one address you? Like, I'm Queen Diana Prince, and oftentimes when folks have names like that, Queen Diana Prince, Mistress Diana Prince, or whatever your honorific is usually how you're addressed. I like to be addressed as Her Majesty. How do you like to be addressed?
I like to be addressed as Queen. Queen and Queen alone. I don't like Miss. It's only Queen. And even then, it gets so bad if they type me a message with a QU, it's even bad. That is Queen with KWEEN.
I understand.
And that is Kocktra with KOCKTRA. I'm very stern on that. When it comes to greeting me, I am very big on not necessarily the name, but also the greeting of the day. That is a pet peeve for me in life. You cannot get a hold of me. You cannot talk to me. You cannot get any energy out of me without a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good night. And that's just how it is. That's not arrogant. That's not insensitive. That is you approaching a woman in a respectful manner. It is not, excuse me, I'm not allowing anybody's pride or ego to lead their way. If you want something, then you just have to come correct. So the main greetings is, hi, good morning, good afternoon, Queen Kocktra. I don't like ma'am, again, not miss. Yeah, that's Queen and Queen alone.
What does submission mean to you? Like, how do you like to be catered to?
For me, being a mistress, which I can flow both sides, usually a dominatrix cannot be touched. For me, a mistress is more gifted, more served. For me, I can reward with sexual gestures. I choose not to, but there are times where, you know, the boys are just good. Good boys get rewarded. Yeah, you may get a little something. But other than that, submission is submission. You are here to serve me. You are here to, if you want to call it, obey. If you want to call it power exchange. Yeah, I hold the power here. I don't plan on giving that over. So submission for me, a lot of males, that's another topic to discuss as well. The boundaries of men and the submission and crossing the line. When you come across any type of dominant female or any type of dom, you must have those boundaries and not push past that. They are doms for a reason. So what I encounter are a lot of guys like, hey, I could bust your ass, or I could do this and I could do that with no greeting, no what are you into, no anything. And it's just sheer pride and ego. And that right there, honestly, are the ones that I absolutely love because I will bring you to your knees. So at the end of the day, I'm really not giving anyone, male or female, because I dominate men and women. I do strap play for men and women. It's not just pegging, so let me just put it out there, okay? The women are loving this dingling too. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, it's more about the power exchange for me, and more of the approach. I want to feel respected. I want to feel like a lady. And I want to be able to open up to whoever approaches me, but I'm only giving those the time of day who approaches me in the correct way.
I get that. That was going to be my next question, actually. Does your dominance have a gender? But you just sat there and said you got big dick energy for everybody. So you just answered that motherfucking question.
Well, I can elaborate on that. It does get a little bit in more detail. Again, I stated before that I absolutely love men. I'm raised by men, brothers, raised by a single father. There's a certain masculine testosterone type of environment that I'm built on. It's not me stepping outside, not wanting to have a connection with women. That's just something, the thought process of women is not something that I truly connect to. Unfortunately, that's just how my life was set up. So I'm not here to bash women or anything like that. I do have female friends, but they don't come around often. And they are ones that are 20 years or better. Sorry to say, I'm up in age. And at this point in time, my day ones are pretty much solidified. They're solid. I'm not looking for any new friends in the lifestyle. If that develops, then fine. But for me, I'm very stern on behavior and how you treat me, and I'm very big on titles. I place people exactly where they belong. Belong. I don't contaminate titles. If you are a partner, that's what you are. If you're a friend, that's what you are. If you're a nobody, that's what you are. So for me, there's no gray areas. I don't blur any lines there. So I'm losing my train of thought on that one. Sorry.
No, you answered the question.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about being a dom or dominant, dominatrix, however you want to say that. But we haven't really explored the swing side of it. What to you constitutes a good swing environment?
Ooh. Let's see, I'm like you said, the hostess with the mostest. I am so big on the logistics and the operations and the hospitality of anything, and especially the lifestyle, because you're dealing with so many strangers. You have less information for safety. What creates an awesome swinger environment for me personally? Again, hospitality leads the way. I don't want to give out too many gems and jewels, but what I can say is, as a host, make sure you're greeting your guests. That's first and foremost. Make sure you're interacting with your guests over time. Don't just let them in the door and leave them hanging to interact with everyone else. Check in. Cleanliness, first and foremost. And even after the greetings, for me, I'm a world tour type of person. I give you details. I walk you around. I show you what's here, what's there, what you can use, what you can't use. I hold your hand the minute you walk in the door to make you feel 100% comfortable. I make you feel like you're at home. I do get a lot of compliments on, like I said, the cleanliness, the sanitation. That's important. I know you go to places and some hosts, they don't even have kitchens or showers. And that is a big issue with sanitation when you're having sexual activities and things of that nature. Baby wipes is just not enough. My bathroom is fully stocked with towels and washcloths. Always smell good. When it comes to the food, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately, I am a host that I'm not leaving my guests hanging. We're in here, we're drinking, we're smoking, your stomachs are empty. I'm not going anywhere. I got to be dehydrated or starving. I'm not sending my people home drunk or anything else of that nature. So for me, what makes an awesome swinger environment or just any event environment, period, is just really being hands on with my environment, being available to my environment. I know a lot of people look for me to play, but I tell people all the time and I shut them down all the time. My hospitality and my hosting comes first. When you are hosting, unless you have someone in the door, and for me, security guards are bullshit, and I'm going to say that. Some people they work for, some people they don't. And the reason I say that is because half of these security guards are in here, doing, the swinging activities when they should be securing the room or the environment or the door. So that right there is an issue within itself. So for me, I am the security, I am the DJ, I am the caterer, I am the photographer, I am the event planner, I am the flyer maker, I am the merch holder, the merch presser. I am, excuse me, I am everything in-house. I am a jack of all trades and a master of absolutely nothing. And I like it that way because I have my hands in about 10 million pots. I like to share and, be generous. And those things are, attractive. Those things, catch other people's attention. I'm very humble. And like I said, I really put my environment and I don't even want to call it a business. It's just a brand and my community first. And that's my priority. And that's what makes my environment particularly, a welcoming and a returning environment. Yeah, my turnover rate is about.
So we talked about what lifestyle meant. We talked about what BDSM meant. We're now talking about swinging. We haven't defined swinging yet. Can you define swinging for me?
Oh, swinging. Swinging is the branch where one, let me break it down. You have different sections of swinging. You have voyeurs, which is watching. You have soft swap, which is just oral. Then you have full swap, which is full-blown intercourse. That right there are the basics of entering into a swinger environment. Outside of already, knowing what your actual sexuality is, that's something important. A lot of people, obviously, heterosexual, bisexual, gay, those things are the norm. But in the swinger lifestyle, you learn that there's so many other sexualities out there. For example, one way to get caught up is, some people just, again, watching, those people get off with just watching, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a sexual turn on for them. You know what I mean? So I don't want the swinger lifestyle to be misconstrued. The swinger lifestyle is really just non-monogamous, but again, you still have boundaries. You still have to ask for consent. You still have to ask before you touch. It's not just come in and say, hey, I'm a swinger. Everything is up for grabs. It's not a freak fest. It's not a freak nick. Again, you come in knowing yourself or exploring yourself and also coming in with respect of others and understanding that they also have boundaries and they may not be attracted to you or they may be attracted to you. You have to come in and be receptive to being rejected. Everybody is not going to be attracted to you. And most importantly, swinging is not a prostitution ring. Let me just say that For those who come in and say, hey, I'm not attracted to anyone, or hey, how many ladies are you going to supply for the night? That is bad signs that you have bad intentions and you're looking for something that you're not supposed to. And although a lot of people don't know how to necessarily articulate themselves, correctly. Even as you can see, being new to the podcast, I even have a hard time articulating. I know what I want to say, but I want to make sure that it's coming out correctly so it's not misconstrued or misunderstood. But at the end of the day, the lifestyle does have a lot of details and it does entail a lot. And you're not going to learn about these things until you get out there in the environments and you explore. One party is not enough. If you go into an event and it may not be as packed as your vision thought it would be, that doesn't mean that you are missing out on a swinger experience. The swinger experience really depends on you. So if you are the type of person who is looking for other people to dictate your experience, then I can almost guarantee you that your swinger experience is probably trash. If you're coming in here or in any type of event and you're open-minded, no expectations, just really kind-hearted, just warm and welcoming, I can almost guarantee you'll have an awesome night. But for those specifically, no, and I'm not going to target single males, but I'm going to balance it out. A lot of the men in the lifestyle, that's the number one question. How many ladies are you are coming tonight? I do not supply women. Let's get that clear. There are women out there like myself who look for events just like you. And if I choose to attend and I choose to, play with someone or, and I'm attracted to someone, then so be it. But a lot of the hosts, unfortunately, there are some hosts out there who are not really hosts. They're just business owners. They saw a loophole with, some fast cash or single guys or the amount, and, they go and they have other intentions for their customers. For me, it's not about that. I really am looking to provide a true environment, a true swinger environment. So when you come in, it's not what you probably are going to expect. It's something that you're going to have to really open up to and just really go through the process of it. And if it's something for you, then keep going. If it's not for you, then, step out of the way, get out of the lifestyle. Don't contaminate the lifestyle and be with us lifestylers and cause havoc and, all these opinions and things of just lack of understanding instead of just indulging and finding yourself and doing what needs to be done to grow.
Right. I understand 100% of everything you just said, because there are what are called fake lifestylers out there that's making the lifestyle very difficult for real lifestylers. But back to the swinger question, you gave an excellent response. So is it safe to say that a shorter definition of swinger would be an environment where a group of individuals, both singles and couples, gather together to be kinky and sexy with each other, engaging in sexual activities and kinky activities, kinky meaning BDSM. And again, we're going to get into the terminology a couple of episodes later. Would you think that's a legit definition?
Of the lifestyle?
Of swinger. So a legit definition of swinger could be a group of people, singles and couples, coming together to socialize, to get sexy and kinky with each other.
Absolutely. I wouldn't necessarily say kinky because, the BDSM lifestyle and the swinger lifestyle are two different things.
Absolutely.
But for the swinger lifestyle, absolutely. It's more of a social turned into freak fest. How about that?
You're right.
But again, there's boundaries. There's, things put in place. It's not just come in and touch and grope whatever you want. You have to come in with some type of open-mindedness and some type of personality, something. But again, I'm not quite sure what other hosts offer. I've been to plenty of events where I've seen people just stand on a wall and the host is just flying past them left and right and just not caring. Um, but for this particular environment, the Lifestyle Dropbox, I interact with each individual person. I do not leave anyone hanging because I want everybody to be involved. The games, the icebreakers, do activities, something to bring the people together. I can't give out all of my jewels and gems, but I do certain things to break the ice. I can give a suggestion. Introductions are important. All hosts should be given introductions at this point, just to kind of marry everyone together in the beginning, to at least for everyone to be on the same page with the rules and things of that nature. So for the swinger lifestyle, yes, I think it's safe to say that it is a group of people coming together who are like-minded, looking for a safe environment to explore fantasies. It can be some kinky, some are more of poly, maybe. You get a little bit of everything, but yes, you come together to, you know, it's more of outside of monogamy. You want to be able to explore outside monogamy, but it's not necessarily a poly relationship. So I don't want that to be confused. So when you are in the swinger lifestyle, yes, you can swing with multiple partners throughout the night, but you're just not having relationships with partners like a poly. So yes, you're coming together to do some freaky stuff, whatever you like. You can be open about it. You can express it. It may go down. You never know who's into what, and I think that's what makes it even better is the fact that you just don't know. It's so much stuff and so many people with so many different surprises and so many different fetishes and fantasies that they want to explore. You just really don't know what a swinger party is going to hold because you never know what somebody's going to, bring out the box. So yes, it is safe to say that they come to a nice community, an environment, a safe environment where they can have discretion and, not have to look over their shoulders.
I like that. And that the number one thing I like about your parties is your hospitality. Like when I invite people to your parties, I especially like inviting newbies because of that fact. My first party was because the host was like, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, bye." Okay, what am I doing here? So yes, I love that about your parties. Um, when it comes to Taz and Queen Kocktra, how do you separate the two?
Taz is my childhood nickname. It's given to me by my mom. I'm a big Tasmanian devil lover, so that is something that's been given to me as long as I could remember. So Taz is not some type of nickname that I was just popped up in the streets. Hey, I'm Taz. No, that's a part of me. Queen Kocktra again came along in the lifestyle once I started to explore, certain aspects of BDSM and explore myself on what I like. And that became once pegging came into my life, I named myself Queen Kocktra because I am Queen Dingaling. Yeah, I have BD energy and yeah, it's something that I love. People love me for it. I'm very confident with it. Yeah, it's Queen Cock. That explains itself. And Kocktra. So I really don't have to go too much into that. She's really trying to dissect me with the pegging, but we don't want to go there. But I love her to death. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's the only difference. I know there was a bit of a misunderstanding because my Instagram page says Taz and Queen Kocktra. That is because they both are me. And depending on the events, I do switch up. Me and Wonder Woman, we do collab. She's also a dom as well. Wonderful at what she does. Um, we go into our Dom modes. We have our BDSM events, and we go by our Dom names. Once we're out of that realm, we go back to our regular names, so the world can know me or address me. Also, outside of the BDSM events, as Taz. When they come into my swinger events, I'm Taz. In real life, I'm Taz. But if I'm in my mistress Dom mode, then I am Kween Kocktra.
Understood. Because for me, Wonder Woman and Queen Diana Prince, they're the same and different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just put out there. You're the same and different. Respect you in your Dom role. I get that. What does a typical scene with you, with Kween Kocktra, look like?
Well, I want to save that for another day, because that goes into pegging and BDSM and all that stuff. So I don't want to go fully in this episode exactly what Kween Kocktra entails. That's way too much of a bite for you guys on the first episode. So we're going to leave that for later on in the future. But just to kind of sum that up, it's very detailed. It depends on what that person wants. I cater to multiple things, not just pegging. Let's go ahead and detour off of that. Outside of pegging, obviously I do foot worship, body worship. I do massages. I do electro play. Again, I do. There are couples that come and they ask me to dominate their husband or dominate their wife, or step on your nutsack or anything of that nature. It can get really just weird, but honestly, weird is good. Weird for me is another place to explore. Again, this is not to scare anyone. This is to rip the Band-Aid off. And if you're behind, the TV or your screen, watching this, please don't be ashamed. I'm here again to explore with you. I'm here to help. There's nothing that you need to be ashamed of. Again, we're here to explore all of the fears, the fetishes, and the fantasies of the lifestyle. That is all.
And explore we shall do. We hit upon a few different things in this podcast. You now know who Taz, aka Kween Kocktra, is. We went over some terminology, and there is tons more to go over. So y'all stay tuned.
That's right.
Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Look us up.
That's right. And when you go on that YouTube, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow. Post it everywhere. Share it everywhere. Again, I'm on Instagram at LifestyleDropBox. Also, again, on Instagram at LifestyleDropbox_podcast. You can find me on YouTube at Lifestyle Dropbox. You can find me on Spotify at Lifestyle Dropbox. And as we move forward, I'll damn near be on every platform that you could think of. I'm going to be hitting you in your sleep at this point. So I enjoy you guys. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for viewing. I'll be more than happy to pump you out more content because, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I am dying here in the lifestyle. I am growing old. I'll be throwing G-MILF parties in the next 25 years, so watch out for that. You guys have a good night.